Faye and this is Day with Faye. I have yet another wedding DIY video for you guys, and if you're like, girl, why are you wearing the same outfit in all these videos? It's because I filmed a lot of these all at once because I knew I was gonna have honeymoon stuff, wedding stuff, so I was like, let me just film and edit all in advance so that I could just have these videos out. So this next one is all about table and place settings, and it is pretty simple. First of all, easels. I love these little easels and you can get them on Amazon, but I'm not obsessed with the color because the color palette doesn't really go with my theme, and my theme is like naturey, rustic, muted colors. There's some green in there, so stuff that you would find if you were walking out in a forest. So this is more that than this. All you need to do is get some wood stain. I use the same wood stain for this whole entire wedding DIY process. I still got a ton of that wood stain. I got the smallest one, and that size is this, and the color is there too. It's pretty easy. Again, as I've said in other videos, when you do put the wood stain on, please let it air dry outside because the fumes are very toxic, and it takes about a day to a day and a half to sometimes 2 days for it to air dry and not stink up the house. So it doesn't have to be perfect because that's just kind of the essence of rustic nature. So I got these beautiful table placement numbers from Etsy. I did not do anything with this because I was doing so many DIY stuff and so many wedding planning on my own that I needed to outsource some things just to feel sane and okay. So this is one of them. It's super beautiful. I got it on Etsy, link down below. And I thought that this was very naturey, and they have 2 sizes, but since my easels are relatively small, I got the smallest size of the 2. It's cute. Now for place cards, I don't know if I'm using that right. Let me check. They are called place cards. Escort cards are the cards that tell you, hey, you're at table 7, and you bring the card and you seat yourself. This I got from the Sorry Girls, and I loved it. Although I didn't see a specific video where they talked about it in depth, I did see them talking about doing this sort of way specifically with their invites and their menus. I'm just making it simple out there for you, but the thing that I'm showing you is this amazing trick. Man, I sound like a scam. This amazing trick that calligraphers hate. So I'm teaching you this amazing trick that I learned in art class in high school, and I do not know how to do calligraphy at all. I'm horrible at writing in a straight line. I don't have a way with my hands like that. So there's this awesome calligraphy trick. Everybody can do it. So I just want to show how it looks like first. Again, very cute. Goes in with the theme of our rustic naturey weddings. I got these place card holders online. I don't remember what website it is, but I will have it linked down below. I love them. They're definitely all imperfect in different sizes, but again, that really goes with our wedding. The nature is not perfect and uniform in every way, so we're totally okay with that. With these cards, I use watercolor paper, and you can't print them. It was a pain in the butt to try to find somebody to print on them, which is originally what I was gonna do and what the Sorry Girls did. They found a printing making place that was cool with using watercolor paper. And I love watercolor paper because it's super sturdy, and when you rip it, it has this beautiful texture. So to set up my watercolor paper, I did what the Sorry Girls did, and I just use natural muted colors, although of course you could use any colors you would like that suit your wedding. I used like a tan color and a pink color, which is very similar to the Sorry Girls color. I mixed them, I let them dry, did the other side, let them dry, and then I did the font on top of that. We're gonna jump to Photoshop real quickly so I can explain to you what I'm printing out. So let me just go there real quickly.
Okay guys, so first thing I want to talk about is the image size. So I'm going to go to image size, and I have the width 7 inches, the height as 10 inches. And this is because that is exactly the width and height of my watercolor paper. Now you might be thinking, girl, why is your background pink? Very good question. The reason why I have it pink is because when it prints out, since this is smaller than a computer piece of paper, I'm not gonna know exactly where it's supposed to line up with the watercolor paper, but if I make it a different color from white, I will be able to pinpoint exactly where it lines up with the watercolor paper, which is pretty important. And if you're like, how do I change the color? Well, the way that I do it is I click my background, then afterwards I come here, I click the brush tool, and for all intents and purposes, let's just choose this color. Okay, cool. And then, so once I have that color figured out, I go to the brush size, I make it pretty big, but I just go like this, and that just sets the color, and I make sure that every inch is covered. So I'm gonna go and tell you guys the fonts that I'm using for these place cards, and the font is gonna be linked down in the description below. So what I do here is, it is the Heart of Everything demo in size 40 PT. So you're probably looking at all these blue lines and being like, girl, what is that? Really great question. Okay, so these are actually guidelines that I use to make sure that everything is even and exactly the way that I want it to be. So I make sure that they snap there. So for this, I have 4 vertical guidelines and 10 guidelines horizontally. So what that does, it just makes it everything easier to be lined up exactly. I want everything to be in the midpoint. I want it to be, so how you do that, you go to View, New Guide Layout, and obviously you would have nothing to start with. For columns, we're gonna do, like I said, it's 4, boom. And then for rows, we don't want a gutter because that's just like the in-between. And we're gonna do 10, boom. That's how you do it. So you're ready to print, and you could easily do that through Photoshop because it is less than the size of a piece of paper. So you go to print. I don't know why it does that, but when I come back to the portrait landscape, it does it normally. So like I said, it'll print with a white border, but this exact pink color is what will line up with the watercolor paper. Okay, so you print that out, and what I did is I went behind my piece of paper, I put pencil all over in the back. You're gonna shade and shade and shade and shade, and your arm's gonna wanna fall off after doing this for a really long time. But you're gonna shade, 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 and to help yourself, just do it right on the back of the letters. And then you're going to place that paper that you have just printed out with pencil on the back on the lettering part. You're gonna put that on top of your watercolor paper. Take a pen and hold ever stilly, definitely do it on a table, and trace out the letters. You don't have to like fill it in and things like that because that's not gonna save you time. Writing on pen on top of it transfers the basically like the pencil markings onto the watercolor paper that kind of basically just acts as a tracing guideline. And then you take your Sharpie pen, which I used a very fine one, to trace and fill in the blanks. And everybody will be like, damn girl, I didn't know you could do calligraphy. And you could be like, yes, I can. Or you would just be like, no, I didn't. There's a trick, watch my video, which is what I did. So that's it. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I love to help you guys, and I'll help as soon as I can. So I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. If this video was informational for you, please give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a really wonderful rest of your day. Bye.